So since the start of the Atlantic Series, or since where?
As soon as you were playing Bad Bunny. Or
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the home plate area for a special presentation. Today we honor 5 players who will be playing in one of our final regular season games at New Idea Field today. Although these players will go their separate ways, they share the bond of having worn crimson and gold and are now part of a unique brotherhood that spans 6 decades. Our first senior transfer to Flagler after 2 seasons at Valdosta State University and another 2 years at Lake Sumter State College. In 1 season with the Saints, he's made 9 appearances with 4 starts. He was the only one with a 5.65 earned run average. He had 8 strikeouts and 14 in the third innings pitched. He made 3 appearances in his second call in March 21. Ladies and gentlemen, from Windermere, Florida, number 25, Dave Janata. Senior transfer from Flagler from Tallahassee Community College. He has a 2-year career in the ancient city. He has an 8-7 record with 3 saves, 5.68 earned run average. He has pitched 27 games, 13 starts, and 1 complete game. 88 and 2/3 innings pitched, and he struck out 109 batters. He has struck out a career high 11 batters in games twice this season. At Augusta University on March 24, and yesterday here at Claflin University. Here is his first win for Flagler on February 19 at Eckerd College. He is a BBC Presidential Honor Roll Silver Scholar and a D2 EDA Award recipient. Ladies and gentlemen, from Jacksonville, Florida, number 30, Dylan Claflin. Dylan is on the Cloud and Carroll. This senior came to Flagler from St. Petersburg College. He has made 28 appearances on the hill with 6 starts and 5 saves. He has 36 strikeouts and 73 2/3 innings. gentlemen from Miami, Florida, number 24, Gabriel Parker. Our next senior transfer to Flagler from Santa Fe College in Gainesville, Florida. He has played 38 games, 27 starts. He has primarily played first base under the designated hitter. He has 25 career hits, 5 doubles, 1 home run, 50 runs batted in, and has scored 13 runs. At his Queens University, he made a home run and drove in 4 runs on February 6, 2022. He got his first hit in last year's November. His Queens at February 5. He is a BBC Presidential Honor Roll presidential scholar. He will walk in graduation on May 6. Ladies and gentlemen from England, Florida, number 8, Boyd Phillips. Boyd is on the Phillips and the Our final senior transfer to Flagler from Cedarville University. In 3 seasons, he has a record of 11-6 in one city. Currently, his 3.26 career earned run average is a program best for the Division II. He has made 36 appearances on the mound over 26 starts and has 5 complete games. 201 and 1 career inspections struck out 164 batters. He struck out a career high 13 batters on March 4, 2022 against Wisconsin University. He currently has not allowed an earned run in the last 25 of the 2/3 innings he has finished. He was the first team All-Baseball Conference selection last year. He was selected as the BBC official twice. April 3rd this year and March 7th last year. He will walk in graduation on May 6th. Ladies and gentlemen from Springfield, Ohio, number 6, Gage Voorhees. Gage is on the first New Jersey games. Coaches don't want to get in there.
There's 0 chance I won't cut this phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for the Flagler College Baseball Class of 2023. We welcome all of you to your future hitters. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A phone was left in the men's bathroom. If you are missing a cell phone, please come to the baseball press box.
Flagler is riding a 4-game winning streak as they continue to fight for a spot in the PBC tournament, but there's very little room for error. The Saints need to take care of business against Claflin to keep pace with Augusta for the last spot in the tournament. Saints baseball starts now. Hi, everyone. Dave Winda along with Jordan Fauci, John Jordan, our sports information director, and our producer, Martin Fiorentino. Well, Jordan, it's been a great series so far. The pitching has been absolutely outstanding. A 1.05 ERA since the beginning of the Lander series, so the arms have really been outstanding.
They've been fantastic, and the one who started it all really for the Saints, the second win in that doubleheader, the last game of that Lander series was Seth Wysocki. He had his best outing of the year by the numbers. Went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 2, walked 2, but he kept the ball low. He pitched to his strengths, and let's see if he can continue this momentum as the Saints have just been riding high since the Lander series.
It's senior day. The seniors were honored before the game. You may have seen it if you tuned in early to the broadcast, and we'll talk more about them throughout the day. Leading off for the Panthers is Kobe Miller, the center fielder. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Warm, sunny, cloudless day here in St. Augustine. Line drive, base hit, just as he did yesterday. Miller starts the game off with the base hit.
Good piece of hitting there. Did the same place, actually.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right up the middle. Here's Davion Sumter, the third baseman. And the first pitch is low. Saints won it yesterday 10-0 in a mercy rule shortened game.
Is it still considered a walk-off if it's to end the game? So they walk-off victory.
A walk-off, yeah, I think so. I think that's fair to say. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Big lead for Miller at first. And the breaking pitch misses outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Really hunting for that double play ball here.
Another one misses, the count runs full. And a walk the first 2 batters have reached for the Panthers. 2 on, nobody out, and the batter is the designated hitter, Jelani Howard.
Good spot there from Wysocki, elevated with the fastball.
One ball and 1 strike.
See him settle into this one. The 2 performances that we got from the starters earlier this series between Fisher and Voorhees were both super economical in terms of pitch count. Kept the pitch counts low, throwing a lot of strikes. Wysocki struggled with command to start off here.
Faulkner tying his career high with 11 strikeouts and was removed with, I think, about 75 pitches.
Yeah,
wasn't that
75 right on the nose.
Yeah. So Flagler with the 2 wins, part of a 5-game winning streak, have upped the record to 16-27 overall, 11-15 in the PBC. Claflin is 1-37 and 0-26 in the league. And that's foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3.
Now batting catcher, number 24, Deshante Caraway.
That brings up Deshante Caraway. Long look in from Wysocki.
Great spot right there.
And there's a strike.
Job locating the breaking pitches back to back from Wysocki.
Checks his swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I like that pitch mix, though. Back to back breaking balls, then elevating the fastball, changing the eye level of the hitter.
Swing and a miss. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting first base, number 34, Henry Gay.
Wysocki already has tied the last start that he had. He only had 2 strikeouts.
Oh, is that right?
Already with 2 today. His season high is 5.
This is Mackenzie Gay, the first baseman. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Now 3-0. Wysocki in danger of loading the bases.
We got action already.
Big swing and a miss. Gay had the green light there.
A back foot with the slider right there. Really good location on that one.
If
3-1. Grounded foul.
Real good job to battle back.
And he walked him. The bases are full of Panthers here in the first inning. Already have some action in the Saints bullpen. Dave Barnett, Jeff Pelkley don't want this one to get away from him. This is essentially a must-win.
Pretty much everything for the rest of the season's must-win territory.
It is. And here's a liner to center field is going to score a couple of runs as Miller and Sumter both come home. Gay goes from first to third on the RBI base knock from Eric Sledge.
We have a meeting here on the mound. Location, not great so far for Wysocki. Leaving balls over the middle of the plate, or just throwing balls, not really locating on the corners. It's allowed this Panthers team to come out and knock them around. Not really, just walks, and then you let up the 2 hits.
Yeah, 2 hits, 2 walks in the inning. Flagler fans, if you want to support all Flagler Athletics teams, join the Saints Club. Visit flaglerathletics.com and click on the Saints Club link for details.
How tall is the plate umpire? It's like 6'8".
So 2 runs in, 2 runners on. This is Jaden Lattimore, the shortstop. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball. Offers at that one, and it's a strike. Our umpires today, Nick Meyer is behind the plate, Keith Atkinson is at first, and Brian Bernard is at third base. It's the 1-1 pitch. Grounded. Wysocki backhands it behind his back and throws for the out. Gets out of the inning, but Claflin scores a couple and lead it 2-0. I know, he's a big guy. He's all tatted up, too. No. Swept. Who do they play? Yeah, Columbus State's really good, right? Oh, really? Against who? Oh. Oh, wow. And welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, it will be Sims Owens, Trey Newland, and Jaden Ward due up. They'll face Roman Woods Golston. Left-hander for the Panthers.
Not great numbers for him. Roman Woods Goldson struggling here with the words. 12.09 ERA, 9 appearances, 2 starts. He's 1-1, so he was the starter for the lone win of the Claflin season.
Wow,
which impressive.
Yeah, right. They don't come very often for Claflin. Just 1 win, none in the league. I think last year it was 5 wins. And this one's popped up and gloved by Sumter. And there's 1 out. 5 wins and 3 wins the year before, or vice versa. It's a total of 9 wins in 3 seasons for the Panthers. This is Trey Newland. Newland looks at a breaking pitch for a ball. Newland's 3 for 9 in the series, has a run scored, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases. League leader in swipe bags. Lifts one into short left field. And Michael Coit took a roundabout way to get there, but he got there.
Now batting third baseman number 11, Jaden Ward.
And that brings up Jaden Ward. Ward hitting .321 on the season. 52 hits, 9 of them doubles, a homer, 26 runs batted in. Two-0 pitch, bends in for a strike. When we talked about the Saints, 11 and 15 in the PBC, a half game now behind Augusta. Jaguars are 12 and 15. 3 balls and a strike to Ward. So a win would draw the Saints even, and they have the tiebreaker with Augusta for the 8th and final spot. Ground ball to short, backhanded there by Lattimore. The throw is not in time.
Ward got on his horse out of the box there, was flying down the line, at least for his standards.
Yeah.
And the hustle paying off there as he gets himself the infield single.
So the Saints continue to bat here with 2 outs in the first inning. This is Coy Phillips, the first baseman.
Phillips honored earlier today during Senior Day. He's been hitting the ball exceptionally well, especially this series. A lot of hard contact for him. See if he can keep it going today. Tough matchup for him, lefty-lefty. Tried to send that one to him.
Yeah. Almost fell down on the swing. Ward stolen 1 base on the year. There's a base hit into right. And going station to station is Ward on the base hit from Phillips. So back-to-back singles with 2 outs. And there are 2 aboard for Taylor Clapp, the shortstop.
We've seen during the series a lot of 2-out magic for the Saints.
We really have.
See if they can keep it going here. Clapp's been seeing the ball well as well. Middle of the Saints lineup has started to heat up, which has been instrumental in this winning streak.
Very high, almost looked like a pitch out. Clapp hitting .227 on the year, 34 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, a couple home runs, and he's driven in 23. So getting back to the standings and the fight for that last spot in the PBC tournament, you may be asking yourself, how could Flagler pull even? Does it depend on what Augusta does? Augusta's not only out of conference, they're idle this weekend.
Not playing.
Not playing at all. I think their last game was Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
And they play another non-league game on this Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So Augusta just getting a rare weekend off here late in the season. You thought they'd pick up some kind of non-league game.
That's strange. Very strange.
3-0 the count to Clapp. And that one scoots away. Ward will take a look, but he'll stay put at third base, and the bases are loaded for Donovan Garcia.
Donovan Garcia. Garcia.
Garcia's been out of the lineup recently, but he's one of the guys on this team that can really put a charge into the ball. Good matchup today, facing the lefty for him. Woods Golson has struggled locating the ball this season. 31 walks to 15 strikeouts.
Wow.
Which is not a recipe for success by any means.
Garcia, the DH today. Fouled off, and the count goes full. And that will walk in a run. Good eye from Garcia.
That's a tough pitch to take right there. Borderline. But the Saints and Garcia trusting his eye there. They're walking back-to-back walks now.
That makes it 2-1. Here's Zach Thomas, the second baseman. Interesting that Matthew Burke is not in the starting lineup today. Count is 1-1. Lined. Foul.
Just a little bit out in front of that one. And on the hands of Thomas, but able to fight that one off and put a charge into it. Just hooked it a little bit.
One ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Thomas, when he's gotten the opportunity, has been pretty good at the plate. 273 average. Just 22 at-bats on the season. 6 hits. He does have a home run. And a grounder into the hole at short. The throw across is going to be off target. And it's a hit. Another run scores, and the Saints have tied it here in the first.
Couple infield singles here for the Saints.
So here's Bryce Fitzgerald, another kind of interesting insertion into the starting lineup. He's the left fielder today.
Good spot for him. His only home run of his career coming on a...
Oh! Way back, and off the glove of the left fielder, Coit. And that is going to clear the bases on the triple from Bryce Fitzgerald.
I thought he had another one off the bat. I was hoping for that, but hey, you'll take a bases clearing triple any day of the week, twice on Sunday, and the Saints have the lead now.
Wow. 5-2. And that's going to get a visit to the mound as Roman Woods Golston has struggled after getting 2 quick outs. He's allowed 3 singles, a triple, and a couple of walks. Well, when Bryce Fitzgerald's gotten his playing time, he's been very good.
Yeah,
Or lately, anyway.
Yeah, it's been very good. Usually, we've only seen him in pinch hitting scenarios, or not
pinch
running
running
scenarios, and then defensive substitutions.
Right.
Because he does offer a great glove out and left, but when he's been in the lineup, he's hit the ball, and he's hit it hard, he's hit it far.
Yeah. Yeah, a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. Was that a week ago when he hit the big home run?
Number 23, Johnny Crowd.
I believe so, yeah, just last Sunday.
Here's Johnny Crowell, the catcher, 9th man to come to the plate for the Saints in the inning. This one scoots past the catcher. Fitzgerald sprints home, and it's now 6-2 Saints.
Saints took the 2 runs they let up in the top half of the first personally here.
Yeah.
Threatening to bat around. Kroll can reach.
One ball and 1 strike. And this one is a little looper into short left center field. It's another hit for the Saints. And they have, in fact, batted around. Back to the top of the order, and Sims Owens.
Now batting right field, number 17, Sims Owens.
There goes my score.
Owens popped out into foul territory to begin the inning. The 0-1 pitch, and it's a base hit through the hole on the right side. Crowell stops at second base.
Now batting center field, number 7, Trey Newland.
Here's Trey Newland, who flew out to left field.
Nobody in the bullpen.
And still no one loosening in the Panthers bullpen. First pitch swinging. Fly ball into center. Long run and a nice play by Kobe Miller to track it down. That ends the inning, but not before the Saints put up a 6 spot and lead it 6-2. Top of the second inning, 6-2 Saints. It was an eventful first inning. The Panthers scored 2, and then the Saints answered with 6. First pitch swinging. This is Michael Coit, the left fielder.
I think this is his first at bat of the season. He's pitched for the most part.
Wow.
For the Panthers. 24 and a half ERA in 13 appearances this season. So,
and he looks at strike 3 here. So his first one doesn't go well. Austin Montgomery is the batter, second baseman. Well, now Montgomery, or excuse me, Wysocki has some room to work with. Got that early run support. Two and 1 is the count. Three-two pitch, fouled out of play. And Montgomery is aboard via the walk.
Gonna have a pitching change here.
Pitching change, yep.
Gonna have a pitching change. We'll step aside for a moment and introduce you to the new pitcher when we return. Well, the new pitcher is number 20, Daniel Fisher, a 5'11", 165-pound redshirt sophomore out of Sewanee, Georgia. Fisher making his 12th appearance. He started 5 games, has an 0-2 record, 7.28 earned run average. Facing Kobe Miller, who had a single and scored in the first. And a line drive base hit. Miller's 2 for 2.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Davian Sumter.
That brings up Sumter, the third baseman. He walked and scored in the first. A very brief outing for Seth Wysocki. Wysocki responsible for Montgomery at second base.
Good strikeout numbers for Fisher on his career. He's back in 2021. He missed all of 2022 with Tommy John, recovering from Tommy John surgery. But just under a strikeout per inning, 31 innings pitched, 11 appearances, 4 starts, 2-2 record, and a save with a 2.9 ERA.
Count is 2-0. Three balls and a strike. And that one is off the plate. Bases are full of Panthers.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 22, Jelani Howard.
Brings up Jelani Howard, who struck out in the first inning.
More action.
More stirrings in the Flagler bullpen.
It's Brad Vondruska warming up for the Saints.
One pitch. Non-competitive swing, as you would say.
Non-competitive swing on a non-competitive pitch. That one bounced right about good 2 feet in front of the plate. But he'll take the strike any way he can get it, especially with how the Saints have struggled to locate so far today.
And there is strike 3 called. Howard has struck out twice today. And there are 2 outs for DeShante Caraway.
First pair of shoes there as Howard goes to grab some bench. Second time he's gone down today.
Caraway, a strikeout victim in the first. Hard hit ball into the corner in left field. This one's going to bounce off the wall. One run is in. Here's another. And out at second base is Caraway, but he drives in a couple of runs, and he cuts the lead to 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the second. second baseman. Yep. Yep. Oh, I know. Yeah, he is. What? Right. What was the score Friday? 6-0. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What did Newland do last inning?
He threw out the 7th.
Thank you. And back at Drysdale Field, 6-4 Saints. This is Jaden Ward. Ward singled with 2 outs to start that rally in the first, where the Saints pushed 6 across. Two one pitch.
So we had an hour, 45-minute game in the first game. We're under 2 hours in the second game. We're making it up today.
3 balls and a strike to the Saints' third baseman.
That one right down Broadway. Middle, just a little bit out in front of that one, Ward was.
Yeah, men's tennis lost.
Big swing and a miss, and Ward is down on strikes.
Now by first baseman number 8, Coy Phillips.
Here's Coy Phillips. Also had a single back in the first inning, scored. Popped out of play. Big cut and a miss. Phillips, a transfer from Santa Fe College in Gainesville. See a lot of Flagler athletes come out of Santa Fe. One of the 5 seniors honored before the game. Little fly ball into center, and making the diving catch is Kobe Miller. Miller came to play today.
Oh, yeah. He's actually come to play all series.
Yeah.
He's been the lone outfielder for the Panthers that has actually went out and made some plays. He's covered a lot of ground, too, to make up for the poor play of the corner outfielders this entire series. He's pretty much played from good portion left center all the way to right center, just covering a bunch of ground. I want to say that's the second or third diving catch he's made this series because he had one on Friday as well.
Right. Miller also with 4 hits in the series. Batter is Taylor Clapp. Ground ball to third.
Wow. Showing off the wheels there.
Yeah, really. Clapp is speedy down the line, and when Sumter bobbled the ball or had a little trouble with the transfer from glove to his throwing hand, that was it, and Clapp beats it out. So another 2-out hit for the Saints. They had 5 of them, or excuse me, 6 2-out hits in the first inning. Here's Donovan Garcia. Two balls and a strike. Good looking breaking pitch from Woods Golston.
You almost have to sit off speed, react to the fastball against him. Not a lot of velocity on the heater, but when he drops the breaking ball in, it can be effective for him.
Grounded back to the pitcher, and he'll bounce it to first, but it gets out of the inning. 6-4 Saints as we head to the third. Top of the third inning, 6-4 Saints. Mackenzie Gay will lead things off for the Panthers. Gay walked in the first inning. And again, Flagler pitching falling behind.
You're talking about it in between innings. Claflin can't really hit the ball particularly well. The numbers don't lie. .216 team batting average. You got to attack these guys. You got to throw try to pitch to contact, because for the most part they're not going to hit the ball hard, or if they do, you'll take that. But you can't give them free passes.
Trust your defense behind you. Flagler defensively has been very good.
I'd like to see the first pitch strike numbers as a team for the Saints, because it doesn't seem like we've started off a count ahead.
Right. I know John Jordan, who's stepped out for just a moment, tracks pitches. Maybe he can have a look at that in between all the other tasks he has. There's a good-looking pitch that freezes Gay on the outer corner.
That's a pair of shoes right there. He was walking down the first baseline, thought that was ball 4, and he gets rung up.
Here's Eric Sledge. An RBI single. His first time up. There's a first pitch strike.
There we go, right on cue. Maybe they heard us up in the front box.
You kind of an uncanny ability to not necessarily jinx, but predict.
Definitely.
You know, you have you'll point out something, and that thing often will happen at that moment.
Like Tony Romo, the Monday Night booth. Well, I've had a couple of jinxes so far this season. It's happened a couple times to the dismay of some of the guys in the Flagler lineup.
Three and one the count to Sledge. And he walked him.
Don't quite know where that one missed. Looked like a good pitch on the inner half, but a makeup call on the strike 3 in the last at bat to Gay.
So here's Jaden Lattimore. Swings at the first pitch. Taking on a hop at second. The flip to second for one. And the relay is in time. A double play gets the Saints out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 6-4 Flagler. Poster that's down there by the cabanas, they misspelled Janata's name. Yeah. Janta. Janta, I think. It's like, that's not right. Like, oh no. I know. It must cost hundreds of dollars to do that. Really?
Exact time.
And welcome back. We got ourselves a ball game, 6-4, bottom of the third inning. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Saints. Zach Thomas, Bryce Fitzgerald, and Johnny Crowell.
4 runs on 3 hits for the Panthers. The Saints pitching staff shooting himself in the foot to start this one out.
Fouled that off his foot. Went down to one knee. It's the 1-1 pitch from Woods Golston. Two and 1 is the count. Fly ball to right center. This could be trouble. It's into the gap, and it's going to roll to the warning track. It'll be a double for Zach Thomas to lead off the third.
Nice piece of opposite field hitting there for Thomas just to stay in shape. Found a gap in the defense. There's a lot of room there with Miller playing the pull side, and then you have the right fielder playing a Sledge playing almost down the line. Just a lot of space out there in right center.
Here's Bryce Fitzgerald, who clobbered a ball to left field in the first inning for a 3-run triple. Dave Barnett looking like a genius, putting Zach Thomas and Bryce Fitzgerald in the lineup in the place of Matthew Burke and perhaps Kudlinski or Ashton Thomas in left.
And no, it's worked out so far today for the Saints.
A triple from Fitzgerald, a double from Thomas. And Thomas has an RBI single. He's 2 for 2.
So Fitzgerald home run, that's a combined cycle.
There you go.
Call it Dave Barnett's cycle there.
3-0.
Almost pitching around him here.
The mighty Bryce. Taking all the way. I guess when you're a 143 hitter, you don't get the green light on 3-0, even though you've got the triple and your first career home run just a week ago. This is a tough play and a very obscure route taken by Sledge, but he gets it done somehow.
Yeah, the GPS was malfunctioning.
Can't blame it on the
Yeah, no.
Very good.
Took a really weird route there. Took like a hard couple steps over just directly to the line, and then realized that was a good 20 feet behind him and just got on his horse going back.
The wind has shifted a bit. It's now sort of blowing out, blowing towards right field. And here's Johnny Crowell, who has a single today. Fly ball, Sledge grabs it. Tagging is Thomas. The throw is not in time. 7-4 Saints.
That was a strange way to catch the ball, especially when you know that the runner is going to tag. He caught it and then did a little spinny. You're taught, especially with the runner on third like that, in a tag situation, you want to get behind the ball, catch it, and come into your crow hop, and he didn't do any of that, which allowed Thomas to score. Better throw, you could potentially get him.
Back to the top of the order in Sims Owens. Sims 1 for 2 today. Big cut and a miss.
Confused set of socks on the pitcher. Golston, I just realized this. Most of the Claflin players with their pants up have the black socks on. He has these pinstriped red crimson socks. Must have been laundry day for him.
And a close play at first, and Owens is out on the ground ball to second. That ends the inning, but the Saints get a run and lead it 7-4. And welcome back. Saints lead at 7-4 as we head to the fourth inning. Here with the play-by-play is Jordan Fauci.
Thank you, Dave. As we kind of worked our way through this ball game, 7-4. Panthers have stayed in this ball game mainly due to a couple of walks from this Saints pitching staff. They've issued 5 free passes. It will be the pitcher turned to left field, and the two-way player Michael Coit set to bat here. That one misses outside. The count will be 2-0. We've seen the Saints pitchers just fall behind time and time again here, Dave.
Right, you mentioned, and I don't know if that's easily available, but how many times that the Saints have fallen behind throwing a first pitch ball in this game. But it seems like they've been working from behind in the count quite a bit.
Good job here from Fisher to work back into this count. It'll be 2-2 now to Coit. This one's going to be roped down the line, but just pulled foul. Going to remain at 2-2. Still some action in the Saints bullpen. That one swung on and missed. That's the third strikeout of the game for Daniel Fisher, as he's now 2 complete innings through.
That was the ninth time we've thrown first pitch ball. If you.
This is going to bring up the second baseman, Austin Montgomery. Walked in his first at-bat and came around to score.
Make the 10 out of 18 now.
So John Jordan, our sports information director, all over it. This marks the 10th time out of 18 batters that Saints pitchers have thrown a first pitch ball, including here to Montgomery.
The 2-0 is swung on. Count will be 2-1 now to Montgomery. Coming into today, Montgomery with a 154 batting average, as Fisher works the count now back to 2-2. The 2-2. Good looking pitch on the inner half. Thought that one
must have just missed inside.
Count's full now. Payoff pitch. Misses high and inside. That's another free pass issued by the Saints. That's now 6 walks on the day. The second time Montgomery has walked today. This is going to bring the top of the lineup back around in Kobe Miller, who's 2 for 2. Miller's played well.
He's been probably the star of the series for Claflin.
This will be the first time that he faces Fisher today.
4 hits in the series. A run scored. Claflin didn't score their first run of the series until today in the first inning. Blank 6-0 on Friday, 10-0 yesterday.
That'll be 0-1 here.
4-1.
This one's going to be popped up on the infield, as Clapp will park under it and make the catch. There'll be 2 down now. Daniel Fisher spent all of that 2022 campaign recovering from Tommy John surgery. He's looked good today. Came in to the season battling with Seth Wysocki for that 3rd spot in the rotation.
So it makes sense that he's relieving Wysocki here, as Wysocki did not last long. Almost like an opener type of situation for the Saints, and in Wysocki and now Fisher.
First pitch strike here for the Saints. It's been a rare occurrence so far. This is going to bring up Vivian Sumter. He's walked twice today. Pitch misses inside. The count will be even now at 1-1.
She hurt herself yesterday.
Saki started an inning in the 3rd through 39 pitches. Gave up 2 hits, allowed 3 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts.
This one's going to be grounded. Diving play, but it careens off the glove of Thomas. Gave a great effort there. That one is right back into the infield. It'll be station to station for the runners as Sumter gets his first hit of the day.
This is kind of dangerous territory here for the Saints. I mean, the Claflin's a team you should beat. It's a team that you should beat handily, like the 10-run Mercy Rule game we saw yesterday. And here it is, a 7-4 game with the tying run at the plate. You let a team hang around, looking for their first Peach Belt Conference win. They might just get it.
This will be the designated hitter, Jelani Howard. He struck out twice today. Actually be a pinch hitter. This is going to be number 7, Corey Brown, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Stands 6 feet tall, 145 pounds. He'll foul off the first pitch.
I never get anything yesterday for golf. It's the second round. I'm not going to even touch it. I had to. By the time I'd gotten to it, it was about 11 o'clock last night.
Brown on the season in 40 at-bats is a 75 batting average as he'll hit one hard but right into the glove of Taylor Clapp. The Saints escape the little mini jam there as the Panthers strand 2. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. Saints lead 7-4. Woods Golston set to face 2, 3, and 4 here for the Saints. Trey Newland, Jaden Ward, and Coy Phillips set to bat. Newland is the only Saint today who has not reached base. He's popped out, or he's flown out to both left field and center field to collect his first hit of the game, and Saints need to put some runs up here.
Yeah, they really do. Put some distance between you and the Panthers.
Said it beautifully in the last half of the inning, Dave. Can't let this team hang around. First pitch here. He's going to skip in for a ball.
I got to take the lacrosse stuff with me today. That'll be the video coming for.
That one's a called strike on the inside corner. Newland with a robust .311 batting average on the year, with a .409 on base percentage. Going for his speed on the bases as he'll take another ball. The count will be 3-1. Go a long way to get a leadoff runner here for the Saints, especially someone like Trey Newland.
Yeah, absolutely. And there he is, right on cue.
Right on cue is he'll walk and potentially extend his lead in the Peach Belt Conference in stolen bases here.
Yeah, I would expect they would be aggressive with Newland. Second baseman and shortstop, Montgomery and Lattimore discussing who's going to cover.
An aggressive lead here for Newland. He has 23 stolen bags on the year. First pitch swinging here. Is this going to be popped up into right field? Heading back is Sledge, who didn't read that ball very well off of the bat, but makes the catch regardless, and there'll be one down now for Coy Phillips.
It's been an adventure defensively for Sledge, but he's gotten it done for the most part. Wind seems to be whipping a bit in the outfield.
Strong wind coming off of St. Augustine Beach, blowing in from left field, but swirling at times here can present difficulties here to the outfielders. We've seen it all year.
Yep.
First pitch breaking ball misses high as Goldston, I think he slipped coming off of the mound. Newland with a very aggressive lead, especially with the left-hander on the mound. He'll take off, throw from his knees, but Newland in just underneath the tag from the shortstop Lattimore.
Really strong throw from Caraway, especially throwing from his knees, as you mentioned. It was right on the money, and Newland needed every bit of that big lead and that early break to just get an arm in ahead of the tag.
It's his 24th stolen bag of the year for Trey Newland. That'll be 2-0 now to Coy Phillips, who was on it earlier today during senior day. That breaking ball is going to miss high. Something coming into the game that we talked about with Woods Golston is his penchant for walking batters. 31 walks coming into the day, as he'll issue another free pass here. That's the fourth walk of the game for the Saints.
Let's see if they can build on something here with one out and Taylor Clapp coming to the plate.
Claflin should have 5 hits.
Taylor Clapp on the day has reached in both at-bats. He had a single back in the second inning. First pitch swinging. He fouled that one off the inside part of his knee. Take a couple steps and walk this one off. I have to say the Taylor Clapp experiment at shortstop has been a success for the Saints.
I'd agree. He's been very solid defensively, and he seems very comfortable at the plate.
This one's going to be driven high into left field, ranging over is Coit, and that one's going to one-hop the wall. Could be bringing a couple of runs here. They're going to send Phillips from first. They're going to throw to third, and that'll be a 2 RBI double for Taylor Clapp.
Beautiful piece of hitting. Got that ball up in the air and into the gap in left center. And Coit did all he could to try to track it down, but it was just placed perfectly.
Saints take a 9-4 lead here. This is going to bring up the designated hitter, Donovan Garcia, who walked in his first at-bat. .82 pitches here for Woods Golston.
And starting to get a reliever loose and warming up in the Panther bullpen.
He's allowed 9 hits, 9 earned runs, 4 walks, and a lone strikeout. That pitch is going to miss as well. The count will be 2-0 now to Garcia. That one will miss just a bit outside there, as I think the breaking ball may have slipped out of the hands of Woods Golston. Be a 3-0 count. I have to imagine Garcia will be taking all the way here. Fastball is going to clip the outer half. Count will be 3-1. It's been an up and down career, but also year for Donovan Garcia. A lot of highs and a lot of lows. Remember, he was a all PBC selection as freshman.
As a
year.
true freshman, he was outstanding.
Then last year, moved into the outfield, was slumping a little bit here and there, and then this year has seen varied playing time, extreme hot streaks, then also extreme cold streaks as he'll draw the walk. Will be runners on first and second now for Zach Thomas, who's having himself quite the day. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
This may do it for Woods Golston.
Have a meeting out on the mound here. Doesn't appear to be the head coach, Scott Nestor.
Shavante Green is warming up.
Man in the pen is Javante Green. Green, the senior from New Ellington, South Carolina. Doesn't appear to be a change coming here. This just a meeting of the minds as...
Yeah, maybe getting a little extra warm-up time as home plate umpire Nick Meyer making his way out to break up the meeting.
The batter will be Zach Thomas, who's hit the ball well today. He's played in relief of Matthew Burke, the pretty much everyday starter for the Saints. But this is the second time we've seen Burke get an off day in this past
week.
And a half.
Yeah, right. The Edward Waters game on Tuesday.
Edward Waters back in town on Tuesday. Will be the Saints' home finale, where they head to Georgia Southwestern for a 3-game set. First pitch clips the inside corner.
Brad, how tall is that? Home plate umpire. 6'8".
Breaking ball. This could be trouble as it will head into the gap. Sledge will range over. They're going to send the runner Clap from second. Garcia goes first to third, and that's an RBI single for Zach Thomas. Thomas just doing it all here for the Saints.
3 for 3 on the day, a couple of singles, a double, a couple of runs driven in now, and it's 10-4.
This is going to bring up Bryce Fitzgerald, who smashed the ball back in the first inning for a triple. Put a couple good swings on the ball here today. We'll have runners at the corners with one down. Pitch misses outside for ball one. Gotta like what you see from the Saints' bats today.
Yeah.
Already 10 hits, 10 runs. Runner skips in. Hitters count now for Fitzgerald.
92 pitches for Woods Golston. Looks like he's maybe tiring a bit. Speaking of walks, the walks have really hurt him as well.
As he's in danger of issuing another one. The count will be 3-0 now. Speed of the game has really slowed down as compared to the first two.
Both games in the series so far under 2 hours.
The 3-0 is going to miss low in the dirt. That's a 4-pitch walk, as this will bring up the catcher, Johnny Kroll.
Pitching change.
And we will have a pitching change here at Drysdale Field. We'll give you the name and information on the new arm coming in for the Panthers. Saints will lead 10-4, and we'll be back momentarily with more Saints baseball on the Peach Belt Conference Network.
Walking Dead or Hunger Games.
The new arm on the mound here is Trevante Green, the 6-foot senior from New Ellington, South Carolina. In 27 and a third innings of work this year. It's about 40 earned runs on 47 hits with a 13-17 ERA. The bases will be drunk here for Johnny Crowell, Saints catcher. He has a single and a sacrifice fly so far today. First pitch finds the zone here.
Good-looking breaking pitch.
Yeah, Green. So could be a welcome sign to see at least one pitcher throw a good amount of strikes. This one's going to find a gap and potentially score two. They're going to hold the runner at third and Thomas, but that will bring Donovan Garcia across the plate. It will be an RBI single for Johnny Crowell.
Well, Crowell's had himself a day. Couple of singles, also drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. He's got 2 RBIs.
This is going to bring the top of the lineup back around here for the Saints. Sims Owens due to bat. Owens has a single back in the first inning. First pitch misses high to Owens.
Nice to see the production from the bottom part of the order for the Saints. Thomas, Fitzgerald, and Crowell have all been very productive.
This one driven down the line and right. It's going to hit off the big red monster out there. Score two as Sims Owens gets himself a stand-up double. Great piece of hitting there.
Beautiful. The Saints bats have really come alive here in the fourth.
The Saints bat around here. The second time they've batted around. This is going to bring up Trey Newland, who walked to lead off this inning, stole a bag, and then came around to score. To the dismay of everyone in the press box who has a scorebook in front of them. It's a mess today. First pitch here from Green is going to miss outside. Trey Newland on the day has that walk. It's 0 for 2. He'll take two pitches here for a ball. That was the 5th double of the season for Sims Owens. 2-0 is going to be poked and get down. A little branch work single for Newland, as that will score a run. Another RBI here for the Saints as they'll lead 14-4. Bats have exploded here in the fourth. 7 runs in the inning. It's going to bring up Jaden Ward, the only Saint that hasn't reached in the fourth. He'll have runners at the corners here. It'll be Sims Owens at third and Trey Newland at second. Potentially could see Newland take off here and try and prevent an inning-ending double play. Going to pop this one up into shallow center. Ranging back is Kobe Miller. It's going to get down. He misplayed it off the bat. And that's going to be a double here for Jaden Ward. And it'll bring in another run as Owens scores.
Well, that's more like it, isn't it? This is what we were expecting in a game like this. Saints stringing hits together. They did it back in the first inning. Now they've done it here in the fourth inning. Big crooked numbers on the scoreboard in each the first and the fourth frames.
We were talking about this coming into the inning. The Saints really didn't want to let Claflin hang around here. And
yep.
They took that criticism.
Yeah, they're listening.
They ran with it as I saw Daniel Fisher over behind the Saints dugout keeping the arm a bit loose here as he's been on the bench for quite some time.
Next year we will.
The 1-0 pitch here to Coy Phillips. Phillips has a single and a walk. He's scored 2 runs today. Foul this one back as the count will be 1-2 now to the Saints' first baseman.
I'll be stunned to see a Red Sox Yankees game that's under 4 hours. Why I can't watch those games.
So Green has struggled since coming in. 11 pitches, that was his 12th, but he's allowed 2 earned runs on 4 hits. He has not recorded an out here.
Yeah, hard to believe it's still just 1 out. As the Saints have batted around and then some.
Carousel here for the Saints on the bases in the 4th. This one's going to be popped up into left. Tough play here. Long run for Coit as that will drop in for a single. Newland will score easily from 3rd. And the Saints now lead 16-4. It's going to bring up Taylor Clapp, the shortstop. He had a double in the same inning. So the game yesterday ended in 7 innings after the mercy rule. This
Right.
one heading in the same direction here if the Saints pitching can keep everything in check. Clapp will have runners at 1st and 2nd here. First pitch breaking ball, nice one there from Green. Drops in for a strike.
And if he could replicate that, it seems like maybe his best pitch.
He tries it again. This one grounded to Sumter. He'll tag Ward. Tries to go to 2nd for the double play, but sliding in was Coy Phillips. So that'll go in the books as a fielder's choice. There'll be 2 down now for Donovan Garcia.
Now batting designated hitter number 1, Donovan Garcia.
The only guy allowed that.
Donovan Garcia has walked twice today. He's still hitless. But he's had 2 quality at-bats.
The only Saint without a hit today. 15 of them on the board.
As he hunts for the first hit of the game for him, he fouls that one off over the Saints' dugout and out of play. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. Counts even now at 1-1. Garcia on the year batting .207. He has 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers, tied for the Saints' lead in home runs this season. 1-1. He's going to be popped up into foul territory, drifting over towards the Saints' bullpen.
That might be a corner of baseball next year.
The 1-2 pitch. Garcia thought about it, but that one was way high up in the zone there. We'll have deuces across the board here as Saints have scored 9 runs in this inning. Breaking ball misses low. Good eye there from Garcia. The count's full now. Runners will get a head start. Green comes set. The 3-2 pitch. This one's fought off foul.
Good at bat from Garcia. Really making Green work.
We'll do it over again. The 3-2 pitch on the way. This one will find itself some turf, as that's going to score a run. Garcia with his first hit of the ball game with an RBI single. Clapp goes from 1st to 3rd, and now runners at the corners for Zach Thomas.
17-4. Starting to feel like a rec league softball game.
And the Saints have broken the scoreboard out at Drysdale Field. You can't put up 10 runs in an inning. with our scoreboard set up, so that will remain at 9 despite what happens in this at-bat. Zach Thomas has had himself quite the day. He has 2 RBI singles and an RBI double. He'll take one off the shoulder there, and the bases will be juiced here for Bryce Fitzgerald, who has a grand slam already this season and a bases-clearing triple earlier today. So Green came into this ball game and struggled mightily. He's only recorded 1 out. He's allowed 4 earned runs on 6 hits, 24 pitches.
There is a pitcher warming up in the Panthers bullpen. You get the sense they don't have a lot of depth in terms of their arms.
I have to agree with you there. There's actually only 3 pitchers on the Claflin roster with an ERA that is below 10. And not a single ERA below 5 on the season for any of the Claflin arms. However, Green strikes out Bryce Fitzgerald in 3 straight pitches. The Saints put up 10 in the inning and lead 17-4. We'll head to the top half of the 6th here at Drysdale Field momentarily on the Peach Belt Conference Network. And we're back now, top of the 5th. Saints lead 17-4. There's a new arm on the mound for the Saints, and Brad Vondruska, the pitcher/third baseman from Gurnee, Illinois, transferred over from Milwaukee Area Technical Institute. He was quite the JUCO bat.
An All-American in junior college.
Vondruska responsible here for the 5th. He'll face Caraway, Gay, and Sledge.
An All-American because of his bat, although he was an outstanding pitcher in junior college as well.
It'll be 1-0 here as Sumter's going to drive this one. Ranging over is going to be Newland as he'll make the catch. His hat falls off, as it generally does, as he ranged over into the gap there, but 2 pitches and 1 out here. Vondruska come in and getting the result pretty quick. Haven't been a lot of quick innings here.
There have not been. And we were bemoaning the number of walks for Flagler, but pales in comparison to the struggles of the Claflin pitching staff.
This one popped up a mile high behind home plate. Crowell will make the catch. And there's 2 outs on 3 pitches for Vondruska. It's going to bring up Eric Sledge, who has had an adventure in the field today. He has a single and a walk. He's reached in both at-bats.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see if you're the Flagler coaches. Vondruska comes in and just throws strikes, gets right down to business.
Drops in a first pitch strike here to Sledge. This one grounded weakly to Thomas at second to throw on to first. And that's a 5-pitch inning for Brad Vondruska as he retires the Panthers in order. We'll head to the bottom half of the fifth here, Drysdale Field, momentarily on the Peach Belt Conference Network. So the new arm on the mound here is going to be Chris Hawley Jr. The junior has a 21.84 ERA this season. His last appearance did not go well for him. He went an inning and a third, allowing 10 earned runs on 7 hits. He'll face Crowell, Owens, and Newland here in the 5th inning. First pitch skips in. Crowell with a pair of RBIs today. He has 2 singles and also a sacrifice fly as he'll offer at the 1-0 pitch. That one's a called strike on the inner half. The count will be 1-2 to the Saints backstop. This one grounded through the 5-6 hole. Will be a base knock for Crowell, his 3rd hit of the day.
Crowell's really having himself a game, and a lot of guys are. Every Saints starter has a hit.
The 17th hit of the ball game for
wow.
the Saints. They've scored 17 runs as well. This will bring up the top of the lineup in Sims Owens, who has himself a double and a single today. So looks like we're going to have some changes here for the Saints. I believe that's Caden Kresick, the sophomore from Gainesville, Florida, coming in for Trey Newland as that pitch misses high to Sims Owens. Also looks like Jaden Ward's day is done, as Jack Hodges potentially could be coming in. Looks set 2 over in the hole. That'll be 3-0 now to the Saints right fielder Sims Owens. This one popped back over the press box. Count will be 3-1 as Owens had the green light. The 3-1 pitch misses low, and that will be a walk. So the runners at first and second for Caden Kriesick.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Saints. Number 26, Katie Kriesick.
Kriesick on the year, batting .217, 46 at-bats. He has 10 hits and a pair of doubles. Also 6 RBIs. He'll have the runner in scoring position here and Johnny Kroll. So you're probably going to have to find a gap here. Kroll not the most fleet of foot, the Saints catcher. Need a ball put in the gap if he's going to want to come around to score. That one misses low and in the dirt for ball 1. So as we were saying, the bullpen here for Claflin is not very good.
No, they've struggled really in all facets of the game. You mentioned the team batting average under 220 on the year. Struggles with the earned run average among their pitching staff. Their defense has been shaky, although they've not committed an error today.
They've misplayed a few balls, but that's the beauty of being an outfielder. You can make what would be considered in everyone's mind an error, but it won't go down in the book as that.
Right.
As that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Kriesick, and the bases are juiced here for Jack Hodges. Jack Hodges batting .250 in 4 at-bats. He got a start on Tuesday against Edward Waters. He has an RBI, and he actually earned his first hit of his career in his last game. First pitch in for a called strike there to Hodges.
Saints OPS is over 1,500 for the day. 700 is about average.
Good numbers. Recipe for success right there. If they can repeat that for the rest of the years, this one's going to find a way through, and that will be an RBI single as Jack Hodges gets his second hit of the year. 2 runners come across as Owen scores from second. There'll be runners at first and second now for Coy Phillips. So everyone getting in on the action here. First pitch swinging there as that's going to find its way into the parking lot here at the Flagler Athletic Complex. Done a really good job, Flagler has, with this complex.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I was just thinking that on my walk in the other day, I think yesterday, how well maintained it is, how well organized, how laid out it is as you walk in the main entrance. You're kind of at the hub of everything, the soccer fields, the entrance to baseball. Softball is a little bit more of a walk. And if you come in the alternate parking lot, you're right by the cross fields behind left field in the picture here.
Nice sliding play there from Montgomery. So the runners advanced on a wild pitch, and then that'll be an RBI for Coy Phillips as he'll ground into the 4-3. But yes, the new addition last season, or last year, to the Saints Athletic Complex, the Flagler Crossfield. Both teams had their inaugural seasons last year to varied success. The women's team, one of the best in the country, ranked 11th. They'll be hosting the GSC tournament. And the PBC tournament comes to the Saints Athletic Complex here, as the men will host the 2-seed games, as that one's going to be grounded foul. Taylor Clapp standing in the batter's box. They'll have a runner just 90 feet away, and Jack Hodges. Clapp falls behind here, 0-2 in the count. Saints have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. This one's going to be driven into the gap out and left. That one has a chance, but it bangs off the wall. Will be another RBI double for Taylor Clapp. in the pretty much the same location as he hit that ball last time.
Yeah, very consistent. Well, the Saints are putting on an offensive clinic.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 1, Donovan Garcia.
So that will make it a 21-4 ball game. And this will bring up Donovan Garcia. Garcia with 1 hit on the day. He also has drawn 2 walks. He'll watch that pitch skip in. Caraway behind the plate has had a busy weekend. He's started all 3 games. The knees holding up well for him here.
He's had to block a lot of pitches down in the dirt. Had a lot of them kind of scoot past him or get away from him because of the wildness of the Claflin hurlers.
That one will drop in for a strike. The count will be 1-2. Still only 1 out in the inning.
And Caraway has been one of the more standout defenders for the Panthers. Thinking about that strong throw he made, just a little tardy, trying to, I think it was Newland.
Newland, yes.
But he threw from his knees and very accurately and with a lot of authority.
The 2-2 pitch, that misses high. The count will be 3-2. But to start 3 straight games behind the plate here, that's a lot of stress on the body of Caraway, as this one's going to be grounded back. Montgomery will field it. It'll throw on to first, and that'll be in time. The runner, Clapp, will move from second to third. And it'll be Zach Thomas up to bat yet again. He was hit in his last at-bat, but he has 3 hits to go along with that, with a pair of singles and also a double. So he's reached in all 4 at-bats today. He'll make that 5 as he'll get on one here, but that one looks to be hanging up in the wind. Coit will make the catch on the run, just a couple steps shy of the wall, and that will do it here for the 5th. The Saints tack on 4 more and lead 21-4, and we will head to the top of the 6th inning here at Drysdale Field momentarily. It'll be Jaden Lattimore set to get things going here in the 6th. It'll be Stephen Reese, the new man on the mound for the Saints. They lead 21-4, just 4 runs off the records. That bunt attempt will be popped up to the catcher Crowell. A mistake yet again here for the Panthers, as that'll be 1 pitch and 1 out.
That's exactly what you want to see if you're Flagler. Again, they score a bunch of runs in the home half of the inning and then get a very quick out as Stephen Reese becomes the 4th pitcher of the day for the Saints.
This is the two-way player, Michael Coit, the left fielder. He's struck out twice so far today. That's your first pitch strike here from Reese. Reese has gone through 21 innings of work so far this year with a 3 ERA right on the nose. He's allowed 15 hits and only 7 earned runs. Get ahead in the count now, 1-2. Some more about Stephen Reese. Graduated from Clay High School in Green Cove Springs, Florida. Pretty close.
Very close.
Local boy here. Son of Brian and Jennifer Reese. He's a business administration major. And that will be a strikeout, the 3rd of the day for Coit, the 1st of the game here for Reese. This is going to bring up the catcher, Austin Montgomery. Montgomery's the only Claflin player to reach. Actually, that's not true. Davion Sumter has reached in every single one of his at-bats, but Montgomery has walked twice today. He'll take a first pitch strike from Reese.
Remember, this was a 6-4 game. This was a close game back in the 2nd inning.
It's gone all downhill from there for Claflin, all uphill from there if you're the Saints, as they put up 10 back in the 4th inning. Just an offensive explosion for the Bats. Breaking ball just misses outside there to Montgomery. Pair of arms warming up in the Saints bullpen. That's Gabriel Partridge throwing. That one just misses outside. The count's even now at 2-2. The 2-2 misses high. The count will be full now to Montgomery. Partridge honored earlier today as part of the Senior Day festivities. He'll be walking to graduation on May 6th. This one hit back up the middle. Kresek will make the catch, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Stephen Reese. We'll head to the bottom half of the 6th inning here at Drysdale Field on the Peach Belt Conference Network.
They should have had you down, the broadcaster. He's what? Oh. Quentin?
So Quentin Meters, the new man on the mound here for the Panthers. Meters, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's a walk-on. He joined the Panthers in the fall of 2022. He came as a graduate of the Julius Chambers High School. He will face Bryce Fitzgerald, Johnny Kroll, and then Sims Owens stays in the game. We've seen a couple of substitutions so far for the Saints on the defensive and offensive end.
It's been a good day for the Saints to be able to get a lot of players some playing time. We talked about some of the not-so-regulars getting starts like Thomas and Fitzgerald. And now guys like Hodges and Kresek getting some playing time.
That pitch missed about good 2-3 feet behind the back of Bryce Fitzgerald. Count will be 2-1.
Get the mascot, trust me.
Breaking ball, that one buzzes the tower of Fitzgerald. And it'll be a 3-1 count here. Meters struggling with the control here. Should get him some pine tar. See if he can keep it in the zone here. The count will be 3-1 as there appears to be maybe the door swung open, I think, out in center as Miller was over by the wall. Maybe pulled a Manny Ramirez.
The door is cracked out there, you're right.
This one's going to be ripped down the line over the third baseman's head and into left field. Fitzgerald stumbling as he rounds first, and that'll be a leadoff single for the Saints. Only time I can really remember a wall being open out in center field is the great Manny Ramirez.
Right.
Going into the wall of the Green Monster for the Boston Red Sox. He later said that he had to relieve himself, so he figured go the short distance.
Why not?
So this is going to bring up Johnny Kroll, who's had himself quite a day. He has three singles and a sacrifice fly. Breaking ball finds its way into the zone there. That one, don't know if it would have got a speeding ticket driving down US 1. That one is a little bit of a floater. The 0-1 pitch, another big looping breaking ball in for a called strike. The 0-2, another breaking ball. That one. That one over the shoulder.
Yeah, it's behind him again, and Crowell thought it was going to hit him.
That'll be 1-2 now. This one grounded to Montgomery. Could be 2. Throwing to seconds in time on to first, and he's safe as Crowell beats out the double play chance.
Now that right field number 17, Sims Owens.
Will be Sims Owens, the right fielder for the Saints. One of the lone regular starters still in this lineup. Breaking ball. This is outside.
You're wondering, Saints' record for runs in a game is 24, so that's within reach.
Peters with fastball misses outside. An offensive explosion today here for the Saints.
Saints put up 24 back in 2007 against Bethel of Indiana.
One of the beauties of being in such a nice location is you get these out-of-conference games from a lot of the northern teams come down here for their de facto spring training. The 3-0 pitch on the way is going to miss for ball 4. There'll be runners at first and second now. This will be Caden Kresak, the Saints center fielder. He came in the last inning in substitution for Trey Newland. Meters 13 pitches, has recorded 1 out. He'll miss outside. Wind blowing in hard from center field. Breaking ball finds the zone.
Claflin is allowed, let's see if I can do the math here, 494 runs this year, including the 21 today.
Can you say that number again?
Yeah, 494.
494 runs
Yes,
this season.
and they've scored, 240 now.
That's not very good.
Yeah, so getting doubled up on the season.
It explains their record of 1-37. They have yet to win a game in conference, and unless there is a miracle of a comeback today, I don't think that will happen, as this is going to be roped foul down the line.
Just looking at the most runs they've allowed, see if this is near a season record, and it's really not. Georgia Southwestern put up 32 on them. My goodness.
Football scores.
32-3. They've given up 19 to Augusta, 17 to Augusta.
Another hard hit ball that goes foul. The count's still 1-2 to Kresak.
Allowed 23 runs at Lander. .26 runs at Payne. And Payne was the one team they beat. They beat them 12-6, and then about a week later, they got beaten 26-9.
Well, it makes sense considering their team ERA is 13.48, as that one's going to find its way up the middle. Going to hold the runner, crawl up at third, and the bases will be loaded here for Jack Hodges. That'll be a single for Kresak.
Now batting third baseman, 16, Jack Hodges.
Well, Claflin trying to obviously reverse their fortunes. Brought in Scott Nestor, first-year head coach, and the results have been very much the same as they've been the last couple of years. You mentioned they have a senior-laden roster. You think they would be a little more competitive, but Nestor will try to change the culture.
Definitely an opportunity here. Nestor, this is his first collegiate head coaching job.
Yes.
He was an assistant for a while, was most notably with Villanova as a volunteer assistant.
And then you think of the other side of things, Dave Barnett, also in his first head coaching job, but in his 36th year.
Most certainly a storied career for Dave Barnett. Over 1,000 wins. And he's looking to try and get the Saints into the playoffs this season. As we look ahead, the Saints have Edward Waters in the home finale on Tuesday, and then go to Georgia Southwestern for 3. They will be tied with 8th place Augusta, actually technically in the playoffs.
Yes.
At the end of this one.
That's right.
The count will be 2-2 now.
Flagler took 2 of 3 at Augusta. That is the tiebreaker. So, assuming this result holds, Saints will be in 8th place.
Augusta hosts USC Buford next weekend. Buford at the bottom of the PBC along with Claflin. However, they have won 5 games.
Right.
So not quite as sure as a game against Claflin. This one's going to find its way down for a little branch work single there. It'll bring in a run as Hodges gets his second RBI of the day. 2 singles for Jack Hodges and 2 RBIs. That will make it a 22-4 ball game. 22 hits for the Saints, and this will bring up the senior Coy Phillips. Phillips, along with 4 or 5 others, honored before the game. It's part of the Senior Day celebration here.
And we've got our own senior in the booth here, Jordan Fauci. Congratulations on graduating or nearly graduating.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, my last broadcast for the Saints will be on Tuesday, at least on the baseball side of things. And remember, just, what was it, two years ago during the COVID, I got my first seat next to you doing color.
Right.
Have to thank you for...
Sure. Glad to have you along. It's been great.
Along, yeah.
You've done men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse, filled in on basketball, filled in on softball, haven't you?
I filled in on softball. I filled in on volleyball as well.
Oh, really?
So I've touched all the sports here at... they wouldn't let me do golf. So looking to do a golf broadcast, maybe bring my green jacket out, but no broadcast for the men's and women's golf teams.
Haven't done tennis either.
No, haven't done tennis as well. Our SID John Jordan. Do we stream
or track?
Tennis? Track, yes.
We do stream tennis. It's just we used to.
That one finds its way behind the batter, Phillips. I thought that one may have caught him on the back. One thing I do love about Coy Phillips is he never steps out of the box. He'll always he'll stand in that open stance. I've never seen someone else do that.
That's a good point. I hadn't noticed that.
Something I picked up on during one of his pitch hitting appearances earlier in this season, but he never gets out of his stance, which is just remarkable. A little bit of mind games there for the seniors. He'll ground this one back up the middle. That's going to bring in another run. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and it'll go station to station as there'll be another run for the Saints. They are just one off of the Division II era record.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day for the Saints. I know at least I was nervous early on. It was a 6-4 game and thought, don't let Claflin hang around. And the Saints have exploded. 10 runs in the fourth, 4 in the fifth.
And that will miss as Taylor Clapp steps in. This is his 6th at-bat of the day. Took me a second there to do the math. Flagler College, a liberal arts school, not known for our STEM programs. The 1-0 pitch misses or catches the zone. And it'll be 1-1 now to the Saints' shortstop. So part of the festivities here, Gage Voorhees, who we've talked long about, he has the Flagler College Division II program record for the lowest ERA through qualified starts.
Yep.
Just under 3.5 for his career.
And the Saints will need him Friday at Georgia Southwestern.
Hopefully some repeatable performances on the mound for the first 2 Saints starters of the season.
Right, along with Dylan Faulkner, who was also congratulated. Right, right. So Voorhees and Faulkner.
Both putting up gems in their final starts, most likely at
home.
At home.
Yes, right.
It'll be 2-2 here to Clapp. That breaking ball misses high.
Jake Janata also honored before the game. And likely to see Gabriel Partridge in the 7th inning.
If we can get to the 7th inning.
Right.
It'll be 3-2. That one's going to skip by, but that'll be a walk. And that will bring in the 24th run of the ball game as Kresak touches home plate. And that ties the Saints Division II.
Hey, it's a historic day on Senior Day, no less. Let's go ahead and set the record. We've tied the record.
It'll be Donovan Garcia. Garcia had a single back in the 4th inning. He's
They're just starting to send a pitcher and a catcher out to the bullpen, are the Panthers. So
this is a difficult situation.
yeah, I'm not sure how to say it. I guess I would say I was hoping that Meters would get out of this and we won't have to see a pitching change. And then again, I would love to see the record set as well.
Well, Meters, unless there's some sort of extremely fast warm-up, will have to face Donovan Garcia here to completion. Will be the red-hot Zach Thomas due up after him. The 1-0, that one misses outside. Locating pitches has been difficult here for Meters. He's walked 2, but has thrown 36 pitches. This one popped up. Deep right field. Sledge going back. He'll make the catch.
Oh!
As
he dropped
it. Down, he dropped it. He took a hard crash into the wall. And that's going to score a run and set the record here. But we hope that Sledge is okay. The athletic trainer is going to come out. A lot of people are going to come out here, as that is a scary sight. We're going to take a quick second here, and we'll be back. Hopefully, Sledge is okay. So good sign here as Sledge will walk off the field under his own power. A scary scene here on the wall ball double for Donovan Garcia, or wall ball single for Donovan Garcia. That brought in a run, the 25th of the game, but more importantly, Sledge is okay. We'll have a new right fielder in Corey Brown.
So Sledge able to leave under his own power.
Meters moves into Sledge's spot.
So Brown, the designated hitter, he'll move into the outfield. That will bring Meters into the lineup if his spot in the order comes around. The Saints scoring their 25th run of the ball game here on Senior Day. Zach Thomas, the man up to the plate. He has had himself quite the day. He's reached 4 times. He has a pair of singles and a double. So the base is loaded for him. Still only 1 out. So it looks like your action set to resume here for Saints baseball. This one grounded into the hole. Sliding stop from Lattimore. Throwing to first, not going to be in, or throwing to second, not in time. Will be a base hit for Thomas, his third single of the day. The Saints now score 26.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it enough. I mean, that is the D2 record. It's existed for 16 years and now been wiped out here on senior days. So, fun day at the ballpark for the Saints.
Saints bat around here. This is Bryce Fitzgerald. He got the inning started with a single. He takes a massive hack at that, looking to...
Thinking about Grand Slam.
Number 2 for him.
Yeah.
Trying to put that one into the parking lot here. As pitch skips in. Count will be even now 1-1. Can't really talk about it enough. 2007, so what is that?
16 years?
16 years later, the Saints make it 26 runs. And still with an opportunity to tack onto that total with one down and the bases loaded. Saints with 2 arms warming up in the pen as that will drop in for a strike. I believe that's Gabriel Partridge out there along with potentially Jake Janata. This one driven down the line, but just foul. With an extra bases for Fitzgerald.
That seems to be the sweet spot for Fitzgerald. That's where he hit this grand slam a week ago. That's where he hit the triple earlier today.
Pretty much just a pure pull kind of guy.
Right.
Really aggressive hack. Almost Bryce Harper-esque with the leg kick and just the violence of the swing. The 2-2. This one just a bit outside. Saints will hold the runner up at third. And the count will be full now to Fitzgerald.
Well, good sportsmanship from Dave Barnett, holding the runner there, not wanting to pile on unnecessarily.
Good sportsmanship as well with the wall ball that Garcia hit. That one, when Sledge hit the wall, everyone stayed. Just made it a single. The 3-2 pitch, that's going to miss low and away, and it'll be a ball, another walk.
Pitching change.
And we're going to have a pitching change here, and the Saints will score 27 runs as Clapp touches home plate. We will be back with the new arm on the mound here as Meters struggled mightily in the 6th inning. So it'll be Jaden Harden on the mound here as he'll take over for Meters. Meters struggled say the least. 47 pitches, only retired 1 batter. He allowed 6 hits and 6 earned runs while also walking 3. Harden pitched yesterday during the Saints' Mercy Rule win in only 7 innings. He made 5 pitching appearances for the Panthers last year, totaled 3 strikeouts, had 7 pitching appearances in 2020 for the Panthers with a 1-6 record. He finished the season with 7 strikeouts. Arden, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia. There's 2 quick balls here to Crowell. That one drops in for a strike.
Took a little something off of it, pulled the string, I think, and wouldn't you love to see Johnny get a 4-hit day?
That one skips in. Yeah, Crowell with 3 singles, but he's also brought in a couple runs with some RBIs today. Had a sacrifice flies. He'll have a 4-hit day with a single. Just takes that one through the 5-6 hole, and that's now 28 runs for the Saints on 26 hits, and Saints go station to station again as Sims Owens will come up. So that was the 3rd at-bat of the inning for Crowell. No, that's not right.
No, the second.
Right. The second at-bat.
I know, it's tough to keep track when this many batters come to the plate in multiple innings.
So it'll be Sims Owens. This is his. He'll pop that one up.
That should
Brown,
score a run.
The new outfielder. The Saints will hold the runner up in a display of sportsmanship here. That one generally would score a run, especially a deep fly ball like that. But the Saints holding it up. It'll be Krisak again. That was the 7th at-bat of the game for Sims Owens.
Wow.
We got now in the 8th inning going into the 6th inning.
So it appears that Gabriel Partridge will be set to pitch in the what will most likely be the 7th and final inning.
Yeah, I would think so. The wheels would have to really come off.
I was out in softball yesterday.
Saints lead 28-4. There's 2 down, 1-2 count now to Krisak. He has reached in both at-bats so far today. Came in relief of Trey Newland. Saints getting a good amount of cardio today, rounding the bases, as they've had a record-setting performance. The 2-2 pitch. This one goes the other way, and he'll score another run. Krisak with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And the Saints make it a 29-4 ball game. So we were talking about how Claflin has lost by some big margins today. We're approaching the territory of the record for this
was
season.
Was it 32? Was that the? Was
I
that
believe
the?
It was 32 to Georgia Southwest.
I believe that's right. And if you're just joining us, Flagler scored the most runs in its Division II history, breaking the mark set 16 years ago when they put up 24 runs.
This should do it, as it'll be popped up in the infield, and Lattimore and Montgomery will collide. The second time that's happened today, or second time that's happened in the series, but the Saints put up 8 in the 6th and lead 29-4 as Gabriel Partridge will take over pitching responsibilities here on Senior Day for the Saints. We'll be back momentarily with more Saints baseball action. All right, so we're back here now for the 7th inning. Taking over play-by-play responsibilities will be Dave Wenda.
Thank you, Jordan. And another of the seniors getting into the game. It's number 24, Gabriel Partridge, the closer for the Saints, making his 14th appearance. He's 0-6 on the year, but sports a 2.65 earned run average. He has 3 saves. He's thrown 17 innings, allowed 15 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 17.
Partridge, a communications major, had a fantastic portfolio presentation.
Oh, yeah?
Shared a class together. One of the things that the seniors do, especially in the communications field, is we take a summary of all of our work and present it in front of all the communications professors here. It's kind of the send you out, but they want to make sure you did some stuff, and Partridge had a very good presentation.
Wow. Popped up, and it's going to fall in foul territory. No harm done, as Clapp had a long way to go, and he called off Hodges at the last moment. Bouncer to Hodges at third. And he gets the speedy Miller. 1 down here in the 7th. So 5 seniors honored today, including the man on the mound, Gabriel Partridge. Also Jake Janata, who did not get into the game, at least not yet. Dylan Faulkner, who threw a gem yesterday. Gage Voorhees, who was outstanding on Friday. And Coy Phillips is the 5th man at first base. He's had a good game as well. Last conference home game, as Phillips' range is over, got tangled up with the umpire, and the ball makes its way out of play. There'll be one more game, so if you're a Flagler fan and you're itching to see some baseball, Edward Waters comes back to Drysdale Field on Tuesday at 6.
Also tune in to the broadcast. We appreciate our fans here.
Yeah. We'll have it for you on the PBC Network. And then that is the last home game of the season. Saints still have a chance to make it into the PBC tournament, and the win today actually puts them in the tournament if it were to end today, the season. They'll go on the road to Georgia Southwestern and need to win as many games as Augusta does against Beaufort. There's the second out of the inning. So a record-setting day. 29 runs on 27 hits for the Saints. Setting the D2 era runs record. Here's Corey Brown.
Brown came in for Jelani Howard in the lineup, but went out and has played right field for the last half of an inning.
Fly ball, this should do it, right to Kresak. And the Saints have won their 6th straight game by a final of 29-4. They improved to 17-27 overall, 12-15 in the Peach Belt Conference, and now they are tied with Augusta for the 8th spot, and they own the tiebreaker. So they are technically in 8th place in the PBC. Claflin drops to 1-38, 0-27. Well, Jordan, a lot happening today. What stood out to you?
The bats. I'm going to say the bats.
Okay, the bats.
A record-setting performance. A lot more runs could have been scored. A good sign of good show of sportsmanship from the Saints. A lot of hard-hit balls, especially late in that one, but the Saints just comfortable going station to station, not wanting to pile on here in a game that the outcome was decided. And besides that, just a fantastic day for baseball, a great weekend. They kept the momentum going. More importantly, you want to keep it going. On Tuesday, the home finale against Edward Waters. You want to keep the momentum going into Georgia Southwestern.
Absolutely. So the Saints have won 6 straight. Today it was 29-4 for our producer, Martin Fiorentino, our sports information director, John Jordan, and Jordan Fauci. I'm Dave Wenda. Saints win. Good night, everybody, or good afternoon.